so really quick, we're going to talk tonight about how to believe in God. I see that this is like a popular subject that people are searching for. And so I want to give you like a really simple answer. And this is very dear to my heart because I think that we all need God personally in our lives. And my thing is, in order for you to believe in God, you have to want to. You have to want to believe in God. There are a lot of stories about God. There's a lot of teachings. There's a lot of dogma. There's religion. There's science. And God is none of those things. God is within all of us. And it takes a lot of unlearning to build that relationship, but that takes a choice first. And so if you do actually want to believe in God, I think the best thing to do would be to get quiet so that you can hear the voice of God. I heard that actual statement earlier today from Inky Johnson. I was watching the Pivot podcast, which I absolutely love. And he said that his mom used to say that all the time, like when you're going through adversity and things of that nature, get quiet. Get quiet. And so that would be my suggestion to anyone who wants to believe in God, because I think that the reason why that subject is so popular right now is because people feel like they don't have any control of their lives, and they're looking for a higher power. They're looking for God. They're trying to figure out, how do I believe in this entity that everyone talks about, or whatever the case may be. And when I say unlearning, what I mean by that is that we've been taught, at least I have, let me just speak about me. I've been taught that, he was a punisher. He was someone like, if you do this, you're going to hell. And, if you wear this, you're a bad person. And, it was never anything good about God. I was never taught that God was love. And that's literally what God is. God is love. God is love. God is love. And so getting quiet is really about taking the time to really and truly build a relationship with God. So you make the choice, you get quiet, and getting quiet, just to use an example of some of the things that I've taught or that I teach, is getting quiet is, for example, my morning routine that I talk about often. And the purpose of the morning routine is to spend time with God. That's it. That's why during your morning routine, you're praying. You might be journaling. You could possibly be meditating. You could be just literally sitting in silence so that you can hear the word of God, right? So that you can hear what your instructions are of the day, or so that you can hear what he wants you to know, like you personally. All of us are getting different messages from God. We're not all getting the same one, right? Because we all have different relationships with him. And even that statement, like we all have different relationships with him. A lot of people like to jump on little things that mean nothing. In other words, if I personally use him, that's just part of my training and things that I've learned over the years. I personally don't think that there's anything wrong with it. And it's not going to stop me or anyone that I teach or anyone that I, talk to or involved in or counseling or mentoring or anything like that. Because words and little syncrasies or things like that, they don't matter. What matters is whether or not you are building a relationship with the entity of your choice, whether it be source, Allah, God, universe, whatever it is you call it. It is your own personal relationship. And there's no room for, this picking at words and phrases and how you say this and what you call it and all that other stuff. Like, really? Because Because the real deal is that you want to get to know him so that you can have faith in him, so that he can be a part of your life, so that things, when they do get crazy or whatever the case may be, you can go to him and feel the presence of God and feel the love of God and get the answers that you need for the different situations that happen to you in your life and things of that nature, right? Not harping on like whether or not you call him, her, all this, like that makes no difference. What is a relationship? And so don't allow yourself to get clouded with little things that make no difference and do not matter. The point of what I'm saying is that if you want to form a relationship, there's some things that are going to have to die within you. You know, negativity, nitpicking, which is what I was just referring to, what's right and what's wrong, and all of these things. Right? There's a really, really good book called the Bible, and you can get it in all kinds of different versions. I personally read the Aramaic version of the Bible. And you don't even have to start there, because really I think taking time, especially in the morning, in the wee hours of the morning, to just sit quietly and just do something as simple as, God, make your presence known. What would you have me to know? What would you have me to do? You know, those kind of things. And just be quiet. And see, all of those things are things that you probably need to work on, because it's probably not something that you're used to doing. That's how you build, and that's how you believe in God. You have to cultivate that relationship. So if you can't be quiet, work on being quiet. Work on shutting off the noise. And I think I made a video about this a couple of days ago. Shut off the noise, meaning shut off the TV, shut off social media, shut off all the distractions in your life. How are you going to build a relationship or even believe in something that you don't even have any belief in if you've got all these other things going on? Make time. I mean, there's a time and a place for everything. No one's saying that you can't watch social media or you can't, please, let's not get dramatic, okay? There's a time and a place for everything. If you're going to make time for God, make a special time, maybe even a special place for your time with God. And cultivate it, meaning do something about it every single day. Just like you scroll on your phone, just like you watch this quote unquote television show that you watch every day or every Saturday or every Tuesday or whatever, same thing. Same thing. Make it a priority. Because I don't know how you can form a belief if you don't work on it. It's just like taking math or history or anything like that. You've got to study it. You've got to, you have to read it, things of that nature. Like, you know what I'm saying? So do that. God is speaking to all of us. But because of the noise, we can't hear him. Because of all of the things that we are allowing to be in our life, whether it be, you're talking on the phone all night long, and, when you get off the phone, you're like, oh, I don't feel like it, I'll do it tomorrow. Or you're watching some nonsense on television or whatever that makes no difference in your own personal life. And then when that show goes off, you're like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. And tomorrow becomes next month, and tomorrow becomes next year, and things of that nature. Make time, just like you make time for everything else. You want to go to your favorite restaurant, you make time for that. You want to go out with your girlfriends, you make time for that. You want to go to the club, you make time for that. You want to watch a football game, you make time for that. You make time for everything in life. You can make time for God. Simple. So my thing would be to make a choice, first of all. Second of all, cultivate that choice, right? Make time. Get quiet. Create a morning routine. I have several videos on morning routines and building a relationship with God. And the third part is the action part. And it's a daily action, especially in the beginning when you are unlearning all of the things that you need to unlearn about God and what people have said about him, because he is nothing but love. That's it. There's no other explanation. He's not mean, he's not nasty, he's not punishing us, he's not doing any of those things. We are doing that to ourselves. So yes, take action. My advice always, and I know it sounds crazy, but it's not. My advice is to get up with the birds. The birds start chirping at about 4:45, 5 o'clock in the morning. So if you have a job, you maybe have to be there at 8:30, 9 o'clock, right? 5 o'clock in the morning means that you can spend, and in the very beginning, I would say spend maybe 10 minutes, if that. If you want to do like a 1-minute meditation, because most people don't know how to meditate, so it's like irritating and crazy. So a minute feels like 2 hours or something. You could say the Lord's Prayer. I'm just giving you simple things that you can do, literally. Silence would be one of them, and I would say silence for 5 minutes. And if you can't do 5, do 1 minute. The Lord's Prayer. The Lord's Prayer is powerful, absolutely powerful. The 23rd Psalm is something else that is very powerful. I say it every day. A 1-minute meditation and gratitude. Try that, gratitude. Try to write down 3 things that you're grateful for. 3 things every single day. 3 things. And let's see what else. And I would end it with like praise and worship. I would find a song or 2 or 3 or 4 that you really love, that really resonate with you, that really touch your heart, and listen to them every day. Hopefully they make you cry. Hopefully they make you feel something on the inside. Do that. And come back to this video and comment below and let me know. How does that work for you? I'm just trying to give you something simple that you can do. But drowning out the noise is going to be very important. Unlearning all of that crazy stuff that you learned about God is going to be very important as well. And so, first of all, I want you to like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Second of all, if you need help with any of this stuff, let me know. And if you want me to pray for you, because I haven't been offering this, but I do have like a prayer request form that you can fill out, and it's totally private or whatever. And even if it's just that you want me to pray for you to cultivate your belief in God. It's very simple. I love praying for everyone. I love praying for other people, and my prayers are powerful. So I'm gonna go. I just wanted to make this video. I see that people are searching for it and looking for it, and I just want to help. So I'll talk to you later. Thank you for listening to me.